All right, ladies and gentlemen, you asked, you shall receive. Today I'm going to show you how to send out through the mail autograph requests for baseball cards or hockey cards, and then also 8x10 photos. Before we get into the first steps, we have another rookies package today. Let me get the lighting situated here so we can see better. We have another custom card order. We're going to open it up for you right here on camera. And here we go, maybe. Oh, rookies. No. Damn. Well, that sucks. That sucks. Oh well. Anyway, so I didn't have any Marty McSorley cards, so we printed one off here. All right, we have Tom Waddle from the Chicago Bears. He does through the mail. We have Chevy Chase. Wow, these are kind of all mixed up because I ordered multiple cards of all these people. They're just kind of all mixed up through the pile. Chevy Chase does autographs. We got him with the Clark Griswold jersey. Matt Hamilton. I think I found his address in Wisconsin. We got two of those. Got Steve Swisher. I do have a card of his. It is just in really bad shape. Mr. Roy Face. We have Chris Pratt. I saw Chris Pratt does it. So we have him as Star-Lord here. I think I printed off two of these. There's another Chevy Chase in Caddyshack. There's Chris Pratt, his second one. And then we have Chevy Chase number 3, Pierce Hawthorne in Community. Mr. Wilbur Wood, knuckleball pitcher for the White Sox. There's my other Steve Swisher card. My other Elroy Face. Phil Pritchard. He is the keeper of the cup. All you hockey fans will know that. There is my second Tom Waddle card. And then I have Wilbur Wood and Charlie Huff on a double card. Chicago White Sox knuckleballers. We're actually going to use this card today, so I'm going to put that right up there. Another Marty McSorley. And then 2 Larry Boa cards. Of obviously, you see this one got. It's not even. It looks like it would be raised and ripped. I think it's just the ink that came off. Anyways, we're going to send both out with the 8x10 photo today. We're going to use these 2 as well. So that's fine. But anyways, those are the rookie cards, the custom cards that I made. $13.99 for 20 cards, so you are paying less than $1 per card. And then it's like $3 flat rate shipping. So very good deal there. All right. Now let's get in to the TTM process. You see an athlete, you want to try to get their autograph through the mail for free. Here's what you got to do. Number 1, this is kind of like a pre-step, but what you want to do, you want to go to the website called sportcardforum.com, and I'll leave that linked below. You want to see who's actually signing, okay? Because there is a possibility that once you send something out, it is never coming back. That is a huge possibility. So if you have this like crazy 1 of 5 card that you're like, oh, if I get this signed, it'll be cool, I would refrain from doing that unless it's like a paid signing by a promoter, because there's no guarantee you're getting that back. Would you trust yourself to put $500 in an envelope, send it out, and have it mailed back to you? Like that's kind of what you're doing there. Anyways, kind of a prerequisite for this. So here it is right up top, www.sportscardforum.com. And this has all successes from hockey, baseball, basketball, football, golf, racing, other sports such as UFC, wrestling, that kind of thing, soccer, and also non-sport. Today is March 15th. You see it right down here. So far, the successes for hockey, Garrett Pylon. So you see this is submitted by Ranger Danger 61. He sent, looks like an upper deck card to Garrett Pylon. He sent it out on February 25th, got it back on March 15th. So it was about a 17-day turnaround right here. So this tells you pretty much everything you need to know about sending stuff out. 1 to 30 days is going to be green. 31 to 99 is going to be yellow. So you see how this Rene Corbet, it took him 90 days. That's going to be yellow. And then Louis Crevier, this took 101 days, so that's going to be red. This will also tell you if players request a donation. So a lot of people, they want like a $5 donation or a $10 donation. I see that a lot more with baseball and football, but you see right here with Kevin Haller. Phil Esposito, he's $10 per autograph. He sent him $20. He got 2 cards returned. Chris Chelios is a good one that does it. Yeah, so this is a really awesome tool for you if you're really just starting to get into through the mail autographs. Oh, and look at this. Okay, so this is cool. R.A. Dickey, he's a knuckleball pitcher. Looks like this guy just sent to him on March 4th. He got it back on March 15th in 10 days. I'm actually going to look at this because R.A. Dickey, awesome story. Knuckleball pitcher for the Mets. So he sent it to this address here in Franklin, Tennessee, and he got it back in 10 days. So that is good to know. I might send out 8x10 for R.A. Dickey. And as you can see, you always, if you're going to click on a player's address, always look at the most recent success date. So you see this like 2013, you don't want that. Usually they're going to be at the bottom because that's where the new submissions always are for addresses. So you see here we're at the bottom of the page, and right away 3/15/2022. Success in 10 days. By the way, I should have mentioned this at the beginning. You do have to make a free account. So you will log in up here. You just make a free account, no charge at all. You'll be able to see every success, every address since the website started back in 2009. Anyway, another good thing to look at, nice little tool for you. Over here on the left side panel, you have TTM statistics. So you have the top 25 for each sport, and this is who will probably send back no matter what. So let's go over to baseball. So you have Wade Boggs. He has a 92% success rate, returned basically 1,300 autograph requests. Larry Bow is free. Rick Cerone is free, but he's a strict 1 autograph per, so only send 1 card or 1 8x10 to him. Yeah, and then if you go over to hockey, Guy Lafleur is number 1. However, he's asleep like 20 hours out of the day now. He's battling lung cancer, so please do not send to him anymore. Mike Ruzioni, team captain for the Miracle Team. He is really good about it. You saw that in my previous videos. Chris Pronger does it. John LeClaire, Johnny Busick, Michel Goulet, Rob Blake, Jeremy Roenick. But yeah, you have that for every sport. I don't know what your favorite sport is, but I'm sure you will know some of the guys in the top 25. Now you want to find something to get signed by your athlete or singer or actor, celebrity. So we're going to send out a card first. I said I'd show you cards in 8x10s. We're going to send out the cards. So what I have here, this clear thing here, this is a BCW card saver. So I put all my cards in this just in case, you've seen how the mail comes back to my house in the 4 other episodes. So, and this is the card I ordered. So we're going to try to get this double signed by Wilbur Wood and Charlie Huff. You saw my first video, I got Charlie Huff back. So we're going to try him for cards again. So we have his 92 upper deck, his 89 tops, and then obviously the custom card, which I'm hoping he's just going to sign right down here. And then I'll have Wilbur Wood sign the top once this comes back. Anyways, what you're going to do, you're going to put those in a card saver. This is what we're going to get signed. You're just going to put that up there for now. Next thing you want to do is get envelopes for the card. So what you want to do, you want to get 2 different size envelopes, 4 1/8 by 9.5. This is like a package of 100 for like $6. And then this doesn't have dimensions on it. However, if you want to just look these up, it is quality pack number 6, quality pack number 10. You'll be able to look it up on Amazon or Staple. You can go into Staples, Office Max, but you want to have 2 different sizes here because so this is what they're going to return the cards in. This is what we're going to send out. All right. So we're going to put those aside. Other supplies you're going to need, obviously stamps. You're going to need 2 stamps if you're sending out a card, 1 for the envelope you're sending, 1 for the return envelope that the athlete's going to send back. I got these printed off at the self-service kiosk at the post office. We're going to go there later today when we mail these out because we got a couple other steps. So once you have all your supplies laid out in front of you, you want to get your letter written, your letter of request. Please do not send just cards or a photo. Let the athlete know that you appreciate what they're doing. Just give them a nice request. So let's see, the one I have for Charlie Huff here. So in your letters, there's a couple things you should know. Don't lie. Don't lie and say, "Oh, I'm doing this. I'm going through such a difficult time. Please let me have your autograph." Don't do that shit. However, most of the time, the athletes really don't even read your letters. They just kind of save them. I tell them to personalize it, and they don't, or something like that. Like personalized to a different person, and they don't. So that is it is a possibility that they will not read it. However, when they do, they really appreciate it. Usually the older guys like Alex Delvecchio read mine, Bob Cousy read mine. The older guys, they like to see that stuff. So I just kind of keep mine simple. I wrote to you before. I went through my dad's old cards, found a couple more. Wonder if you could sign them for me. I included the cards in a protective sleeve and a smaller white envelope, self-addressed back to me with postage fees already taken care of. That's a big thing. You don't want the athlete paying for your postage back, right? Stay safe, stay healthy, God bless, best regards. So what you do now, on the small envelope, you're going to put your address. We're going to put a stamp on the small envelope. Oh my God, that is not centered, but it works. And then you're going to put it on the big envelope. What I like to do for the small envelope, obviously you're going to put your name and your address here. Up at the top, I usually just put SASE, which means self-addressed stamped envelope. If they want to put their own return address on there, that's fine. But for me, I just write SASE. Then I'll put my address there. We're going to put that aside for now. Now what we want to do, we're going to go back to sportscardforum.com. We're going to look for Charlie Huff's address. All right, so we are at Charlie Huff. You see he has a 98% success rate. This was an old address from 2009. You can see failure, failure, failure. We're going to skip that, And right here, the next address, the 2266 Shade Tree Circle in California. This is going to be the address we want to use because the most recent success was February 22nd of 2022. So we are going to use this right here. My handwriting is probably going to be ass because I'm reaching around a ton of stuff, but it will be legible. Shade Tree Circle. Say that 5 times fast. The postal code and zip codes, those are the most important thing because they go by postal codes and zip codes at the post office. So always make sure the zip code is legible. Just like it said on the website, we're sending this to Charlie Huff, 2266 Shade Tree Circle, Bree, California, 92821 in the US of A. Let's say you're sending to a stadium or a current player. Let's say I'm sending to Patrick Kane, okay? So instead of just writing Patrick Kane and then the address of the United Center, you want to do Chicago Blackhawks at the top. You're going to write C/O. See that right there? That means care of. So you're going to send it to Chicago Blackhawks, CO, care of Patrick Kane, and then you're going to put the United Center address. That guarantees that the letter will get to the athlete that you want. If you're sending to a baseball stadium, you want to send to Kyle Hendricks. Kyle Hendricks does it for the Cubs. You're going to do Chicago Cubs, C/O, Kyle Hendricks, and then Wrigley Field's address. Felt like that was important to share. Now that we have the envelope filled out, I'm going to put my return address here. I just do not want you spooky subscribers to see where I live. I have this do not bend stamp. I like to put that on everything just so the post office knows that there are delicates in here. And then I put one on the back flap right across the middle. All right, so I now have my address on the front. So here's how you want to pack everything up. You're going to take your cards. You're going to put the envelope like this upside down. Stick the cards in the back flap. And then you're going to take your letter. You can put it backwards or forwards. Doesn't matter. I'm going to put mine backwards. Oh, I hear the mailman out there. Oh, we got a white envelope, boys. That's an 8x10 photo. All right. You have your card, your note, tucked in the back flap of this little envelope. You're going to take your big envelope now, the one you're sending to Charlie Huff, and you're going to put this envelope in upside down, just like this. It's going to fit perfectly. You're just going to close this bitch up. All right, perfect. That is getting sent to Charlie Huff. I'm going to put my return address up there, obviously. But that is how you send cards. All right, now before I move on to 8x10 photos, another thing you should know about sending cards, a lot of the modern cards, they have that little gloss finish on it. If you want to send that to someone, you should prepare it, because if you don't, the autograph's going to smear and bubble up. It's going to look pretty bad. So what I like to do, I like to take those big pink erasers that we had in middle school, and I just take off the gloss coating on the card. Make sure you're very, very careful with it. All right, so we have this Ty Smith Dazzlers insert. You see how glossy it is. If he were to write with a Sharpie on that, it would bubble up and smear all over. So what I like to do, there's 2 ways of doing it. Get an eraser. You just go up and down. I'm not going to do it because I don't plan on getting this card signed. But you're just going to go up and down very slowly, taking off that gloss coating. Make sure you don't go off and then back on, because you could risk creasing your card. But make sure you only go one motion, up and down. And then when you're done, brush off the shavings and you'll be able to see no more gloss coating. Autograph is going to stick perfectly on there. Another way of doing it, if you get baby powder. A lot of people do this. It's just too messy for me. They put it down, they put baby powder on it, and they just brush it off. That's good for taking the gloss coating off as well. All right, moving on to the 8x10s. So I have a Larry Boa 8x10 here. The envelopes you want for 8x10s, you want a 9x12. This is a semi-rigid envelope. This is what they send back to me. This is good for preventing bends and creases in your photo. You don't want to risk any damage to your photos, obviously. And then you want a 10x13 envelope. This is what you're going to send out to the athlete. Today we are sending a photo out to Larry Boa. This is him on the Phillies. And I'm also going to add those 2 cards that we got in from rookies today. I'm going to try to get him to sign these 2 as well. Let me get a card sleeve, actually. These card sleeves are a good investment if you're going to be sending mainly cards. All right, so we have those in there. For my 8x10s, I usually write longer letters. I just say, my name's Johnny, devoted sports memorabilia entertainment collector. I'm a big fan of yours, lifelong baseball fan. I wasn't able to see you play live on TV or in person, but since you're a baseball icon, I grew up knowing about you still. And then I just go on and on, tell them, hey, I'm ready for baseball, start back up, that kind of stuff. And then, of course, at the bottom, I'm an avid sports and entertainment memorabilia collector. I was writing to you today if you could sign the photo that's provided in the envelope. I hope you and your family stay safe and healthy. God bless. Best regards, Johnny. I like to, if they're going to take the time to sign a big photo and mail it back out, I like to send a longer letter. That's just me. You don't have to. Larry Boa does not require a donation. However, if you're sending to someone who requires a donation, You could tuck cash into the sleeve here. I send all my photos in sleeves, or you could tuck it in the card saver if you're sending a card out. You don't want this to bend too easily, even though it's going to be in a semi-rigid envelope. So I take magazine backs. So I like to take 2 magazine backs and I just put it into the sleeve. So now we have the magazine backing there along with the Larry Boa photo. This should prevent any bending whatsoever. Hopefully the athlete returns your magazine backs in your sleeves. Most of them do. Okay, now, just like previously, you're going to want to put your address on the white envelope. This is what they're going to be sending back. However, instead of using 1 stamp, you're going to put 3 stamps up here, okay? It's a large envelope, and it's going to be like 4 or 5 ounces. So you want to put 3 stamps up there. Luckily on this sheet, I have 3 left, so that's perfect. And there you go. Then you're going to put your address, and if you want, you could either write SASE or put a regular return address label. So we have that there, and then you're going to, just like Charlie Huff, I'm going to skip this part and do it myself. So just to save time, you're going to put Larry Boa. Larry Boa's address is on sports card form as well. But when we get to the post office, I go to the self-service kiosk, or I just go up to the front desk, have them weigh it so I'm not overpaying, and then they'll put a label here on the right side. All right, everything is written right here on the big envelope. We have Larry Boa. If you want to send to him, his address is 302 Overlook Lane in Conshohocken, Pennsylvania. What a name. Not putting stamps on it because remember, we're going to the post office later. We're going to do that ourselves. But you do want to put your return address label there. So when you're packaging 8x10s, same thing. You're going to put the small envelope facing down. You're going to take your photo. You're going to put the opening of the sleeve facing down as well. Put my cards there too. And your note goes first. We are all set to go. We're going to put that right in. Do not bend stamps on the white envelope. The stamp doesn't really pop on the yellow envelope, so I just wrote it in red Sharpie. Do not bend on the front. Do not bend on the back flap there. We're going to close this up here. Sealed perfectly. I'm going to go put my return address label on there, and then we're going to go to the post office. There we go. We have Larry Boa. We have Charlie Huff. All set to go. We're going to go on a field trip. All right, once you're at the post office, Charlie Huff envelope, just putting that right in. Don't have to do anything with that. Just put it right in. He's done. With your 8x10, we got Larry Boa. Now you could either go to the self-service kiosk at night, or you could, if you want to during the day, have them do it at the front desk. I like to do it this way because there's no line and I get to make sure everything's proper. So we're going to go letters and packages. Large letter, large envelope. We're going to weigh it. We're going to accept that. Then the zip code, so it is 19428 for Larry Boa. We're going to put that in. We're going to do a first class envelope, $2.16, continue. No insurance. And then we're going to buy postage. We do not want this. We're going to hit no, and we're going to check out. All right, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to pay for this. All right, it's confirmed. We're going to take our card there. It prints out our little thing there at the bottom. We're going to take the little tag. We're going to put it where the stamp usually goes. We're going to fold it over the back. We are all done. 8x10 is complete. That's it. We are finished. All right. So that is how you send autographs through the mail. If you have any questions, make sure to put them in the comments below. I will try my best to answer them. Yeah, super simple, very inexpensive. Now we're going to wait about, I don't know, Charlie Huff gets them back to you usually in about a week. Same thing with Larry Boa. So I'm sure you'll see those on the channel at some point. Yeah, like I said, any questions or concerns, let me know below. We'll see you guys for episode 6. We have a lot of fun, guys, in episode 6. Make sure you like this video, share it with your friends if they're getting into TTM. Like I said, we'll see you. Episode 6, be there.